Hey everyone. We've had some questions about the Ultra Challenge and I thought I'd just clear a couple of them up with you today, considering today is a rest day. As you can see, the rower is packed up. I just wanted to clarify that there are only 2 people that are required to complete a set distance, and that is Alan and myself. So Alan is doing the 200 Ks on the indoor bike and I am doing the 100 kilometers on the indoor rower. In total, there are 10 indoor rowing teams and 2 indoor bike teams. We have currently filled the bike teams and we have only 5 indoor rowing teams left to fill. So if you're thinking about submitting a team, be quick. Estimate that this will take us between 8 to 9 hours. It may be shorter, it may be, which I don't think so, and it may be longer. So you need to make sure that you have people allocated to cover that time frame and possibly a little bit longer. You may want people to row a second time towards the end of the day. How long people have to row, that is completely up to yourself. So there is no set time that you need to row to, there is no set distance that you need to row to, and there is no set speed that you have to achieve. It is not a race. It is simply that you are providing support and you are sharing the load amongst your team members. Because you have 20 people, or up to 20 people, you can interchange as much as you like. Your only obligation is that you need to keep the rower or the indoor bike moving as often as possible during that 8 to 9 hours. And if you leave it vacant for more than a minute, the screen on those apparatus will actually start again. So if you want to have a total of your complete distance that you do that day just for interest's sake, then you need to make sure that your interchanges are quite efficient and they don't go longer than 1 minute. There is no prize for rowing the furthest and there is no prize for being the quickest because it's not about that. It's about sharing the load and providing support. So you're supporting each other in your team. You're supporting Alan and I in our challenge to make sure that our ultra distances are complete. And you're also supporting the community because the entry fee of $500 is actually going to the charities. So that is then providing support to our community because it's providing money for research and services that come from these charities. So we want to make sure that you are all aware that you can raise additional funds for your team. It's not compulsory. Once you pay a $500 entry fee, that's okay. You don't have to raise any more money. However, there will be a prize for the highest fundraising team. So that is the only thing that there will be a prize for. After all, we are raising money for charity, and more money means more help and more resources, more education, and more research that goes into solutions. So fueling yourself during this ride or row will be quite different to what Alan and I will be doing. So Alan and I want to minimize how many times we're off our apparatus. So we will have food and drink right next to us and we'll be eating while we are rowing. I will probably have to stop and Alan will be able to keep going because he's got 2 hands free when he sits up on the bike, where my hands are actually on the handle rowing. However, I will have food and I will have water. And I may have a hydrolyte mix or something along those lines that gives me salts and sugars that I need for while I'm rowing. Your fueling is your responsibility. So making sure that you are hydrated and you have a water bottle with you and it is full in case you need it, and also some food. So therefore you can make sure that you are fueled correctly. Everybody is different and you will need to find that fueling that suits you the best. Coffee and probably a couple of food stalls. We're still in the process of organising the event for that. So stay tuned for more of that closer to the date. At the moment, it's only just coming up to September. Could be September when you're watching this. So those details will come later.